Tonight on JoyNews Prime, arrest, civil insolence and missing names in the voters register characterize the just ended nationwide district level elections. We'll take you around the country for updates.
The place you are voting now, you know, if you go there, you won't get your name. The other people tell that the install.
NDC backs boycott of planned vetting of Chief Justice nominee Eniniaboa by 8 members of parliament as leadership of the House face a race against time to find consensus. They accuse chairman of the appointments committee of rushing the process.
I don't think that we want to produce a lame duck Chief Justice. I will support my side not to be part of it because we cannot sit for them to abridge this thing because it has deep implications.
And in business,
Ghana Stock Exchange signs agreements with IFC to improve SMEs listing on the Bourse.
My name is Aisha Ibrahim. JoyNews Prime comes to you live from our studios in Kokomlemle on digital address GA0992539 on GoTV channel 144 and DSTV channel 421. Please stay tuned in. Many thanks for choosing us. In our very first story, police arrest, civil disobedience and missing names in voters register characterized this year's nationwide district level elections. The polls, as was expected, recorded what some describe as abysmally low turnout in many areas despite vigorous campaigns from aspirants, the National Commission for Civic Education and civil society organizations. Let's begin from the Ashanti region where police arrested one person in Sawaba for engaging in electoral malpractices. Erastus Asaridonko is our man on the ground and joins us via Skype. Good evening to you, Erastus.
Good evening.
So who is this person who was arrested and what was his offense?
Well, police are yet to identify this particular person, but we are told that he was holding a voters register just at the polling station just behind me here. And so that is the reason why they arrested him. And he could not tell why he was holding the voters register. And that's the reason why the police arrested him. The police themselves have not been able to give us his name. What they are saying is that they've made some arrests. They are trying to collate the figures across Kumasi, and in due time, they are going to tell us who was arrested for which offense.
So did this incident affect the polls in any way?
No, it didn't. I'm told that just behind me here is the Sawaba main street. There were some pockets of people who were trying to foment trouble. And so the police picked up some people as well on this particular street. But it did not disturb the elections here. People still queued and had their votes cast.
So tell us what residents have been saying about the polls generally today.
Well, it has been largely peaceful. At Sewaba here, I'm talking about the Sewaba Adenyase electoral area. We have 5 polling stations here, and people started queuing as around 6:30 a.m. today. And so when you look at the number of people who are queued at that time, you could say that the turnout will be very, very good. But when we are looking at the figures as we have them right now, for Islamic MA Primary B, expected voters was 651. We had, at the end of the day, 252 voting. When you look at Sakafia Islamic MA JHS, we had expected voters 832, and we have 292 coming out to vote, actually. And so it doesn't speak well of the turnout at the end of the day. But I must say the euphoria surrounding the election here at Sewaba has been very massive.
I'm grateful for your time, Erastus Asaridonko. We can get back to you in our subsequent bulletin, but we also joined on the line by Ashanti Regional Police PRO ASP Godwin Ahianyo for more on this. Good evening to you, sir. Many thanks for your time on JoyNews Prime.
Good evening.
So we understand there have been some arrests in the Ashanti region. What more can you tell us about the arrest?
Thank you very much. It's true, in the morning, the officers on duty at a police station at Sawaba picked up 3 persons, one Sadiq Garuba 27 and Faisal Sola 22. The other person is Hamza Musa 17. According to the electoral or returning officer, he said they were in possession of voter register, which is not supposed to be brought to the police. So he made them to pick them up. So currently they are assisting us. Meanwhile, one other person in the person of Monozo Zapuya 25 was also arrested for double voting or attempting to vote or cast his vote the second time. So these are the persons that we have in our custody assisting us in our investigation.
So have they been charged yet?
At the time I was leaving the office, they were still taking their statement. So I'm yet to find out from the crime officer the kind of charges they are going to prefer against them and whether they are going to court or to be granted police inquiry bail for them to come later for the continuation of the investigation.
I'm grateful for your time. ASP Godwin Anyanyo is a PRO for the Ashanti Region Police Command. Still in the Ashanti Region, some electorates at Obriabua polling station in the Subin constituency have been offering their votes for sale. Each vote was reportedly sold for 20 cedis. Nanaya Ojima has more.
So this is Amekom Obriabua MA Basic School, and we have 3 polling stations here at Obriabua MA Basic School. And at the polling station A, we are expecting 200 people to vote, but as at midday, 25 people had cast their ballot. And at the B polling station, 558 people are expected to vote, but now we have 63 people voting out of the number. In here for more than 10 minutes, but I'm here to say anybody walk in to cast his or her ballot. But to your right and to your left as well, lots of people gathered over here, and all these people are here for different reasons. They are here to register for the Ghana card registration, and I can count many people, and interacting with these people, it is unclear whether they've cast their ballot. Antipacho, if you're saying,
Kumasi,
and Pacho, what behind the internet? I didn't know about school.
I didn't say, I want to say to assembly for Abba. Babylon, Cramelana, yeah, 40. As a dear corner, who shall we waste to my way? As we will be arguing a little. To the end to my diamond 40. To I still so try, but one man.
Na or more buy and or more catch them say, be a mutuma senior, and also general to the Tuaba.
Almost can't no correct. Tia 40 even the crew, Nessa when Yabre. Timisaka 40 in the Metuamano.
Okay, so this woman is telling me that she's yet to cast her ballot, and she hasn't done so because she's confused. She doesn't know who she's going to vote for. So she's carrying 2 ID cards, voter ID cards, for herself and her grandmother. And to her, they are selling these their ballots, if I should say. So each of them going for 20 cedis. And she says she has heard promises from these various aspiring assembly members, but according to her, all of them are just promising anything, and she doesn't believe them. So that's why her vote is on sale. I want to talk to more of the people here and listen to them and know what exactly brought them here. Papa Pacho Frosting.
Nana Kwame.
Nana Kwame, dear Doba.
Oh, na me buy any say be Ghana ID card any baba. Any Santo Assembly mining we need committee abaniti na me buy.
Into what told
Okay, matumi there so far matumi there.
Na send na process in city.
Okay, processing there. I saw much time say 7 o'clock will but you be do about 7:30. No money ansha say any buy. But yeah, pull agent for I shade na cause you be doing them buy. Sometimes I'm person me try say almost man on man here then enye juma. The rate time be na juma na I me here.
Okay, so Nana Kwame is a polling agent for one of the aspirants, and he's here for 2 reasons: to oversee the elections and also take advantage of the opportunity to register for the Ghana card. And so far, he has cast his ballot, and he thinks the process has been smooth, except that they didn't start on time here at Amekom. So
Let's head to the eastern region where we understand 5 persons are in the grips of the Achim Odan Police Command. The suspects were arrested over confusion at the Tubotom polling station, which left scores injured. Correspondent Kofi Sian joins us with more. Good evening to you, Kofi Sian. Bring us up to speed on the details of this arrest.
Well, there is this resident by name Kofi Nti who had come to the polling station to observe what is going on. And when he reached there, he was confronted by one Kwesi Asare, who is believed to be a supporter of the incumbent MP, Kwetu. So when he reached there, he was asked to leave the polling station, but he did not. And that led to a fight between the two people. So the police were called in and were arrested to the Odan Divisional MTTD police station. So at the police station, some supporters of both factions also stormed the police station, and that ensued in a fight. And when the police were able to calm down there, they also arrested 5 of these supporters. So as I speak with you, the 5 are in the custody of the police in Achim Odan.
But generally, how have polls been in the region?
Well, it's been relatively peaceful because all the polling stations are visited now. There is peace in all these areas that I've visited. So I can tell you that there is peace in the eastern region, except for the fact that we recorded some skirmishes in Odan and Suhum.
I'm grateful for the update. Kofi Sian is our correspondent in the eastern region. In a Kumfi in the central region, the Electoral Commission called off the polls over threats by residents to disrupt the process after they earlier issued a threat to boycott the election. Correspondent Richard Kwejonyako has more.
Burning of ties by residents began on the eve of the election day. The action was even heavier at dawn. Chanting of war songs and drumming was the order of the day. They were prepared for anything. The action further escalated where more ties were packed in a vehicle as a standby measure for their protests. The residents were resolute in their stand. Fix our roads before we allow any campaign or election to take place here. And then the pouring of libation, calling on all the spirits and deities in the community by the elders of the community. They told the gods and the spirits the fight was not only their fight, it was a fight for the survival and progress of the Ekumfi Imuna community. These words summed it all. The words, very simple. They've been voting since time immemorial. Nothing significant has changed in their lives. Their road network has been in a very deplorable state. Many promises are given every election year, but such promises last only during the heat of the election. They are never fulfilled. He says they can't be taken for granted this time round. This action, he explains, is only a dress rehearsal for the bigger plan to prevent politicians from gaining access to the community to campaign for the 2020 elections. And thus, the EC officials would be blocked from gaining access to the community. We want our roads to be fixed, he concluded. The Electoral Commission, in the course of the day, announced the postponement of the election in the area. EC Regional Director Philomene Dusey explained they got briefing from the police that the place was unsafe for electoral activity, and so the EC officials stayed off. Richard Kwejonyako, Joy News, Ekumfi Imuna.
Richard Kojonyako joins me on Skype with more from Ekumfi Emuna. Richard, what's the general atmosphere at Ekumfi Emuna as polls close?
Well, the situation is calm here at Ekumfi Emuna. Now, when they heard of the announcement by the EC of the postponement of the elections, they decided to calm down, waiting for the next move to happen. I've had interactions with the aspirants who wanted or who were standing for this particular election. They told me that they feel that it's been held in abeyance. The elections have been held in abeyance, and they are waiting for the next line of action. They only, calmed down and supported a community call because they all live in the community, and so anything that affects them affects also the aspirants that were standing for the election. So the situation is calm. In the morning, you couldn't even find one security person in the community, and it heightened the tension, and that is why the Electoral Commission officials in the Kumfi could not be able to go to the community to conduct the polls.
Well, the EC is willing to conduct the polls as and when the residents allow it. Do you see any signs of the residents giving in any time soon?
I doubt so. From what I have witnessed so far, from about 3 weeks ago when they held a press conference, how they sounded, and then about 3 days ago when they held another press conference threatening the EC officials and the other authorities in the area, and their message was simple: that fix our roads. That's all they seem to be saying. So I feel that they are using the road as a bargaining chip in order for the elections to be held in that particular community. They say that it's been costing them a lot. They are predominantly farmers, and others also go fishing. And the road has been a source of discomfiture for them. Their farm produce are not they are unable to bring their farm produce to the marketing centers to sell. Others that also engage in other activities, especially when they are sick, they have to travel to the big centers. They find it very difficult, and so I feel that if the road is not constructed, we will be facing a similar action should they decide to conduct a similar election again.
Many thanks, Kojonyako, for the update. Kojonyako is our correspondent in the Central Region. We'll be monitoring events and bring. All right, so we'll bring you updates from Ekumfi Emuna. We spoke to some people about whether they voted or not. Listen to what they said on the streets of Accra.
On the elections?
Oh, not at all.
Okay, why didn't you vote?
Okay, I should say, one, I wasn't aware. It was just this morning that I got to know that there was a voting going on. Yeah, so I didn't even know, so I didn't even vote at all. Well, it does not affect me whether I vote or not. It's still the same thing that happens, so I don't feel anything about that.
No, I didn't vote.
Why?
In that my constituency, almost 5 years now I came there. I haven't seen any improvement, so I decided not to vote because there's no improvement, so there's no time wasting time to go and vote.
Oh, I didn't vote.
Why?
Oh, just because I don't have time to get there to vote. That's why I didn't vote. Yes, please, I voted this morning.
So your reasons for voting?
I think it's part of my civil rights to do that, and we want development in our locality. So, for me to sit down for people to elect their preferred candidate, it's better I do it. So that I also think, really, I want to be part of the exercise, that's all.
No. Why didn't you vote?
Oh, I didn't know today was the actual day for the election, and work too, so I was not able to vote today.
So JoyNews has also been conducting a poll on the district level election, and it's on social media. Let's check out what the results are. And we found, so the question was, today's district level elections, did you vote? 18% voted yes, 82% voted no. Those are out of 4.6 thousand people. Okay, so 4.6K views, and we had 95 comments on that. So let's check out some of the comments. Kwame J. Okay, so Kwame J said, to those who don't want to vote because voting in Ghana is irrelevant, it's better to go and swap ballot paper than to stay at home. You don't want to stay home and let the others vote to decide your future president. It's better to let them get less than the 50% plus one vote. Abu Bashir says, I can't forgo my work for this useless elections. Mona Park says, why should I vote at all? Things remain to be the same, so there's no need to vote. This is an example for 2020 general elections. Albert Seidu says, I can't spend money to go and vote assemblymen, do another voter registration as a wicked EC is campaigning for, go and do exhibition, then go and vote for JM and Albert Alazuga Kuka again. I rather wait and vote for JM and Albert. Okay. And Erico says, I am far from where I cast my votes, but I will surely do that in December 2020. Those are some of comments on Facebook. Well, the Director of Electoral Services at the EC says the district level elections for Ekumfi Muna will only be conducted when the agitating youth allow it. The elections were not held following police advice for election officials to stay away, as they said confrontations may occur between them and agitating residents. Dr. Srebo Kwaku says those agitating are disenfranchising all other residents, but the EC is helpless in this situation. He spoke to my colleague Gifty Andoapia on the polls.
We received these complaints, so we foresaw it. We informed the police. The police went there, talked to them. They were not ready to listen. So the police wrote officially to us that we should hold on as far as the election at that time is concerned. So they were not ready to listen. So the police warned us to stay away from that place. We didn't go there. So when they are ready, they will tell us and we'll go. What provision can we make? You conduct elections at polling stations. The people are saying that you dare come to our town to conduct the elections. What you can do is to allow them to have their own discussions. When they are ready, they will tell us we'll be there. Ours is that there should be peace. We go and conduct the election. Automatically, who will take the risk and go there? And me sitting here, I will not go, and I also not ask anybody to go. It will be, I don't want to use the word I wanted to use. It is trying to commit suicide.
We're still live on JoyNews Prime with me, Aisha Ibrahim. Still ahead in the bulletin, NDC-backed boycott of planned vetting of Chief Justice nominee Enini Eboa by its members of parliament as leadership of the House face a race against time to find a consensus. The accused chairman of the Appointments Committee of rushing the process.
I don't think that we want to produce a lame duck Chief Justice. I will support my side not to be part of it, because we cannot sit for them to abridge this thing, because it has deep implications.
Also be taking you live to Honorable Aponche's constituency later in this bulletin. Please stay with us. Tonight back in the boycott of the planned vetting of the Chief Justice nominee Enini Eboa, even as the leadership of Parliament faces a race against time to find a consensus on the matter. The NDC members of Parliament believe the chairman of the Appointments Committee and First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Jose Uso, is rushing the process. They accuse him of favoring the nominee because of his friendship with him. Mr. Jose Uso angrily dismissed the accusations when he spoke on PM Express last night.
I'm surprised to hear that they said they have decided. I don't know when they decided that. We had a meeting on Thursday evening. We discussed when we can do the public hearing having regards to the time period of this meeting that is outstanding. We discussed various scenarios. I proposed that we do it on the Thursday, so that by Saturday, when Parliament had already programmed to adjourn, we would have finished and presented the report for the plenary to consider it. After a number of discussions, it is the minority leader who proposed that at least we should cover a whole 1 week of notice and do the public hearing on the Saturday, which is the 21st, and extend sitting to the Monday after, which will be the 23rd. It was at that point that we agreed, and we all gave instructions to the clerk to issue the notice. For the chief whip to suggest that we wish to rush the process is to suggest that we are breaching any rule.
There was an agreement. A consensus was reached on this matter.
Yes. You can call the clerk. I didn't have to tell him anything because he was present when we agreed on the processes, and soon after, the announcement was prepared and went out. Anybody to suggest that we are rushing is extremely unfair to the committee.
You may have heard Jose Wusu allege that it was the minority leader who suggested that the vetting be done this Saturday, and that formed the basis of an agreement. Well, Minority Chief Whip Muntaka Mubarak disputed that claim. We apologize for the breaking news. Let's go back to our earlier story, because you may have heard that Mr. Osei-Wusu alleged that it was the minority leader who suggested that the vetting be done this Saturday, and that formed the basis of an agreement. Well, Minority Chief Whip Muntaka Mubarak disputed that claim.
It was never agreed that we're going to say, let's consult further. Yeah, we said that go ahead and start the publication for memoranda, but the date for vetting was not certain. We said we were consulting further, and they said it on the floor. This was Friday. So what is he talking about? And the speaker even said that he's ready to sit throughout the Christmas. This was on Friday. So even before this thing started on radio, on the floor of Parliament, the records of the House, they objected that this is not what I was agreed. And I can tell you, that was not what was agreed. So if he's calling us liar, he is rather the liar, because that's not what was agreed.
Now, listen to the NDC's General Secretary Johnson Asiedu-Nkete endorsing the planned boycott of the vetting. He spoke to my colleague Kwesi Parker-Wilson.
I'm worried about MPP's approach, to be honest with you, because it is not as if Justice Aninyebua had not been vetted by Parliament before. Before you become a Supreme Court judge, you are vetted. So the man has gone through vetting from Parliament. And since that time, I can't imagine what he might have done wrong that will occasion this whole rush for people to be fearing that, he has done something untoward.
Because there's a record. Some skeleton is dozy about, and that's why the NPP would want to cover up and push through.
No, they are creating that impression. I don't believe so, but they are creating that impression, and that impression is unfortunate. They should not allow. I'm sure if he had a say in this, he himself will opt for the full term so that he's cleared, and then he will approach his work with confidence. But the way they are doing it is bad. It will damage him. It will damage the credibility of our state institution, and it will damage the image of government.
We've checked with the appointment committee, and the majority is confident that on Saturday, 21st of December, they will push through the vetting and, of course, approve the CJ nominee. If that happens, what then would the NDC do about it?
Why are we in this discussion at all? Right. We are in the discussion because we think that the best way of getting a Chief Justice should be an occasion where the nation is united about the suitability of that candidate. And so he will ascend that seat with confidence that he has a nation behind him. Right. I don't think that we want to produce a lame duck Chief Justice, where half of the House pushes his approval and he's okay with it. I don't think that would be good, even if MPP is okay with it. Justice Aninyebua himself will not be okay with it, and it will not sit well for our democracy and our judiciary. So and that is why I'm worried about. But if I were him, I will tell them that, look, let the time roll and let's go through the processes properly, because courts are institutions of due process. So why are you rushing my approval to create the impression that there might be something that you want to cover up? I don't think that it is good for us at all. And
but the chairman of the Appointment Committee clearly tells us that there was consensus between the minority members.
My minority leader says there was no such consensus, and that Joe Osei-Wusu determined 21st as the date of the vetting because he's leader of the minority there, and we are not going to be part of it.
So you won't be part of the vetting?
I will support my side not to be part of it, because we cannot sit for them to abridge this thing, because it has deep implications.
About 5 residential wooden and metal container facilities were destroyed by a fire at Kuwait suburb of Kumasi. An intervention by fire service personnel prevented the blaze from spreading to nearby shops and other structures. There was no casualty, but displaced victims who were not present at the time of the outbreak lost property worth hundreds of cedis. Nana Senso Mensah witnessed the incident and has filed this report.
The arrival of the fire personnel proved crucial in averting what could have been a disaster. The cause of the fire is immediately unknown as fire personnel begin investigation. Even then, it took a while for them, together with volunteering residents, to bring the situation under control. After the fire tender ran out of water and a second one called in. Mami B, who operates a drinking bar nearby, is still counting her losses. The question be kwaji ade ma ho no fra me say hair she be ka ba me ba na jadi dem tutu she ahye me meter ahye me dem ntoma ne ade we dem nyina ahye no e mo ba inside na anya dey ennu but ntoma we dem nyina ade nyina aya dey ahye me meter. I was on an errand just behind my shop, and someone rushed to tell me that the building had caught fire. I got there as quickly as possible. The fire had gutted most of my valuables. It had gutted my prepaid meter and almost all my belongings. For JoyNews, Nana Mensah, Kumasi.
I'm sure by now the name Honorable Aponche rings a bell, as the district level elections ended just a few hours ago. In Kumasi, Nuruddin has been catching up with Honorable Aponche, who even composed a song for JoyNews.
Primary school, where the collation of the results is taking place. As you can see behind me, a lot of supporters of the various candidate or contestants are here to witness, what is going to happen here. And we have 4 people contesting in this particular electoral area, Nima Edukrom electoral area. One of them is Abdurrashid Musa, Amankwa Maxwell, Ibrahim Adabo, that's Mr. Aponche, Honorable Aponche, and Idrisu Mohammed. And most of the supporters of these people are here to witness the collation of the results. But as we speak now, Aponchi is claiming that he has already won the results, even though they are yet to declare the results over there. But let's take a look at some of the polling centers that, we have visited. One of them is this particular place, Edukrom Presby Primary School, where Abdul Rashid Musa had 57 votes. Amankwa Maxwell also got 28. Ibrahim Adabo, Honorable Aponchi, had 17 votes, and then the incumbent Idrisu Mohammed had 32 votes here at Edukrom Presby Polling Center. So I would like to quickly speak to Honorable Aponchi and find out exactly why he and his supporters have decided to jubilate, even though they are yet to declare the official results. So, Honorable Aponchi, I saw you and your guys over there actually celebrating, jubilating. What is the reason behind that?
Firstly, I want to take this opportunity to thank His Excellency Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and then the Electoral Commission's EC boss. I'll thank him also. And then my sister Aisha, Isa, and Jaman Jallo, and his group, Yambaya, and then Mala Musa Yesu, and Red, and Allah Neba Bajara. Mr. Nuruddin, this resource is Edukrom resource, Edukrom Presby resource. I'm not, my base support is not here. I'm not in Edukro, I'm in Nima. So it's Edukro resource where you are mentioning it now. All right. Everybody should listen to it well. Oh. It's not all the results. It's Edukrom resource is they are mentioning it now. So when if the results or if the EC want to declare the winning, they should have declared the winning for me, or they should declare the winning for me.
So how did you get to know that you have won the election? At what point did you get to know that you have won the election? Have you actually got some of the results from your polling agents?
Of course. So far as I got polling agents. No matter how the election closed, so I should have go to them head to collect the results. So now I have the results, which is my campaign manager. I have it now.
So have you seen the results yourself?
Of course. By these results,
you mentioned some of them for us.
Of course, because of the security reason, I can't mention it now. But this is the result. No, let me show it, and then people know. You see, but here it be Christian. Here be Christian community. Yeah, I'm in Muslim community, which is Nima, and then Nima is bigger than Edukrom also.
So what was the figures over there? How much did you get over there at Nima? Do you know the figures you got over there?
Now, that's what I tell you earlier. I don't want to mention it. Now I get it. This is my campaign or manager. He get everything in his documents. Yes. So that when the results want to declare the results, the winning, if they didn't declare it for me, we will show the results for him. Hey, Electoral Commission, this is what we have. So why not you don't declare it for me? The results we show it now is the one police station results for now.
So, Honorable Aponchi,
the Electoral Commissions or the police stations here, I'm not have a support here. At here, the results where you show it now is Edukrom Presby support by results.
But you could have waited till they declare the results.
Of course.
So that you guys can jubilate. Why did you take the lead?
Because of that, because we saw all the results is our side. That's why we are jubilating. If we are showing you now, you also appreciate and jubilate for us for now. I'm telling you.
So what would happen?
Because we are a presenter, that's why.
What would you do if the EC declares the results, what will you do if they declare the EC declares the results, and I mean, it happened that you do not win? What will you do?
So far as we get the results, and everybody know we have this thing. We have elected. We have polling agents all over the polling stations. So they give us the results, and then the EC come out and declare that we never won the thing. Inshallah, we go to Supreme Court because we have the results. This is the result, but we didn't show you. We don't want to show it for you now, but this is the results. We got massive 90% assured that we are winning. That's why we're jubilating. And if you go to social media now, my supporters, when they vote it, they record it, or they video it, or they...
How many of them did you count?
Oh, plenty. I can't mention it. Everybody will share it on... When they go to vote, they will video it, or they will picture it, and then they throw it on social media. If you like, go social media and see that, the results.
Honorable Appointee.
That's how we wrap up the bulletin tonight. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for watching. On behalf of the rest of the team, have a great one.